Hi guys, welcome to our Sunday sensitive subject. I'm Snowkate, and today we're going to be talking about dating apps. Let's do this! So, instead of doing a weekend wrap-up where I just kind of talk about whatever has gone on with me, I figure I can do that for the midweek check-in. And I want to do something a little more special on Sundays. So instead, on Sundays, I will be posting what I'm going to call the Sunday sensitive subject, which means I will talk about something that is a widely debated topic every week, and goodness knows there's enough of those to go around. So, this week we're talking about dating apps. Now, I've used them a few times. I've, in particular, used Bumble, OkCupid, Coffee Meets Bagel, Tinder, all that stuff. But there continues to be debates as to whether or not dating apps actually work. Now, a lot of people are probably thinking, why is this still a debate? It works for some people and some people it doesn't. You know, why is this something that we still have to look at? There is hard data to show that dating apps do actually work for certain people. I mean, it's automatically setting you up with people who connect with you on a certain level and have similar ideologies in what they want in a partner, what they want for their life, and where they're at and what they're looking for. Now, the biggest argument seems to be, for some reason, on dating apps is that women end up just meeting guys who just want sex. They end up meeting guys who lie on their profile, or they end up meeting mean guys, or whatever the case may be. But for some reason, all the negativeness from dating apps seems to be geared towards the guys. And what isn't realized, I guess, as much, is the fact that guys have just as hard a time on dating apps as girls do. Now, I know, for me in particular, I get people who will like my profile due to certain aesthetics that I have, and I get that. And then they get to know me, and some of my more quirky things, or the fact that I'm not willing to do certain things, will tend to end that conversation very quickly. But what I've found is that some of the guys who have actually gotten a chance to talk to in length over the few times I've used dating apps, that it is just as hard for genuine guys who are looking for something just real. It is genuinely hard for them to find a woman who will match with them, or even in the case, talk to them. Now, I've seen a lot of instances where these apps, you have to put in your profile, message me because I will not pay to use the app. But then you don't ever message anybody and the conversation never starts. And then that's it. Your chances at finding somebody who jives with you is just completely down the toilet. Now, take Bumble for example. I'm actually a really big fan of Bumble because once you match with somebody, and only at that point, the girl has to message first. And I like that particularly because it is geared more towards a women's standpoint of dating. But the thing is that if somebody matches with you and you match with them, you gotta put forth the effort and message them. And that's the thing, is a lot of women don't. And here's another thing, a lot of women will look at these guys' pictures, and unless you've got a six-pack ab and, you know, a dog in your photo, that's it, you're done. You're not gonna get talked to. And, you know, women don't even bother, just the same as guys, but my point is that women don't even bother to read the profile. The minute they see a hot guy, they're like, oh yes, he could have a shit personality, he could not agree with a single thing you like, he could have this pet peeve in his thing that just completely annoys you to death, but you think he's hot, so you're gonna swipe. And that I've just never understood. You know, what's the point in being on a dating app if you're not going to read the person's description that they wrote about a little bit of who they are? Because then you're swiping for looks, and you can do that by going to a bar. Another pet peeve of mine with dating apps is people who do not write anything in that little blurb about, hey, get to know me. Because then what's the point? I'm not there just to look at your picture and swipe. I want to actually read a little bit about you and then decide, oh, yeah, this is a guy I definitely want to get to know better. Plus, it makes starting a conversation so much easier, because otherwise it's just like, hey, you cute. Tell me a bit about you. I hate doing that. I hate asking somebody, hey, tell me something about you. Because your profile left nothing to be imagined. Or left me with nothing. Not a single thing that I could use. And what good is that? And then even better, I love it when a guy messages me and then asks me questions about me, but didn't bother to read my profile. It's like, you're asking me a question and the answer's in that little blurb right there. Or in the questions underneath it. Like, if you were genuinely interested in me and you weren't just swipe every time you saw a hot girl, then you might realize the fact that the questions you're asking me are in my profile. And it's really that simple, just to go and look. But a lot of people don't, and that's a big thing. And then you have conversations that end up going in circles, because it's kind of like, either I know nothing about you and I have to ask a bunch of questions, or you didn't bother to read, so you're asking me stupid questions. And then at that point, it's just, I don't even want to talk to you anymore. What's the point in this? Now, don't get me wrong. I use dating apps, and at this point in time, I've kind of given up on it, because it's so hard, and it feels so forced to me, that it just doesn't feel right. And so I'm just kind of giving up on doing that. But it works for a lot of people, and I don't think that people should be shamed about trying a dating app. My best friend met the guy that she is head over heels in love with on a dating app that I recommended her to go on. And yeah, it didn't work out for me, but it's working out great for her. And it's worked out great for a lot of people. So, honestly, I don't see why this is something that's still being debated. If for some people it works, for some people it doesn't. And I don't think that should be a stigma anymore. It really just needs to be accepted that this is the new way that people do it. And for some people it works, and for some people they like it the old-fashioned way. But I just don't think it's something that really should be up for debate anymore. Alright, you guys, if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe below. If you want to see my previous video, you can check that out right here. Over here. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, you can click that right here. It's a lovely photo right here. If you want to see me discuss a certain subject that you're passionate about, comment it below. And I'll see about talking about it next week. If you have any comments on dating apps, also comment that below. Have a fun discussion about it. So, I will see you guys on Wednesday for our midweek check-in. And always, this is Snow Kate signing off. I'll see you guys next time.